Hi everybody. This is an update to Bones of Angels, as should happen as a puzzle, solving more and more of it. But I've only really figured out two things, one of which is a potential lead and also a potential dead end. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'm going to close that tab right now, because we're about to start talking about that. If I open up the ciphers, we notice this. The lovely planet that is patroness of love made all the eastern heavens glad, yada yada blah blah. Here's the thing. So the picture of Grace we found out was Paradise Lost. And that's understandable. But the box didn't come with Paradise Lost. It came with a copy of Dante's Purgatory, which I didn't think I needed to read. I thought the lovely planet that is patroness of love bit had something to do with Pisces and Venus, because there's hints of Pisces in the notes. As it should be note, which note is it? Let me find it real quick. It's one of the later ones. I think it's the next one. That one. So I thought Pisces had to do with this. And it turns out that's not necessarily what it was meant for. The lovely planet bit might be more of a look over here type thing. So I decided to look up, and I can't believe it took me 4 years to do this, but this is from somebody who just recently got a name call in a Cracking the Cryptid video for solving their puzzle hunt. And I did have a little, I had a little bit of help from time to time, I have to admit, on Reddit. Just asking people, am I doing this right? Are you sure I'm doing this right? Because I was not confident. But for the most part, I did it by myself, and I am very happy with that. Anyway, point being, I was not confident years ago, and I just thought this was something that I had to literally think about. You know, is Pisces part of the puzzle? Is Venus part of the puzzle? So I decided to do some Google searching, and it turns out that these are lines from Dante's Purgatory, which I physically own a copy of. It came in the box, so that has to mean something, right? But here's the thing. This isn't a full passage from Dante's Purgatory. This is two separate passages. Up to the train she led are lines 19 through 22 of the very first canto of Dante's Purgatory. Or, sorry, lines 19 through 21. Then it goes to, for it would not be seemly to approach with eyes still dimmed by any mists. And that, if memory serves, is lines 97 through 102. So 19, 22, 97, 102. Now we have to think, is there any, big significance to those numbers? And right now, I can't think of any, besides a year, 1997. Except I don't think anything here has anything to do with 1997. So that's a dead end. So the question is it the numbers? Could it be the passage that's in between the lines 23 through 98, I want to say? Is there something in between 96? 23 through 96. Is there something in there that has to be used? There's gotta be a reason why two separate passages of Dante's Purgatory were used. Right? Because the Paradise Lost thing is just a Paradise Lost thing, unless it points out to one of the notes which had to do with Paradise Lost. But the second thing is a lot bigger, but also is the more confusing bit, which is why I wanted to bring it up. That's why I'm recording the video. It's more for the second one. And this is where I need your help. This is where I immensely need your help. So, I always tried to figure out what parts of this newspaper were real and fake. And it turns out, surprisingly enough, both middle pages, Scholar uncovers secret messages, actually, 1921. Now I'm thinking, the lovely planet that is patroness of love made all the eastern heavens glad, are lines 19 through 21. The Cambridge Gazette was founded in 1921. It has been in continuous publication for nearly 100 years. So is 1821 a big clue? We're going to make a mental note of that. Okay. Huh. There had to be a reason why that existed. Anyway, the other big thing, besides, I guess, this, which I've now just solved in the video, is, so everything on the middle page except for I guess this is potentially real. This Scholar uncovers secret message is real. NPR fucking posted about it. Where is it? These are both real. Which surprised me that this junk DNA thing was real, but I looked it up. It's from an actual scientific, fucking A, there it is again, 1922. Except this is a real article, so that can't be it. Plus, nothing else on this entire set of files has anything to do with hieroglyphics. And the story of Saint Michel actually is a real book. I had to look it up. Anyway, these could all potentially be real, but these all don't have anything significant in it that I could find out. But the underwater hockey is a real thing. It's on MIT's website. It's on the Boston Globe website. It's amazing. B4C11. Now that I'm noticing those, would it be 2411? That'd be B, D, and if I was converting it to A1Z26 cipher, that would be B, D, and 11 is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. BDK means nothing to me, at least that I know of in this puzzle. Can you see I'm kind of going crazy now? But yeah, the exhibition was a real thing. I had to look that up. So that doesn't mean anything. I don't know if the phone number is real. I could try that in the future, but I don't think I have to. I might actually do that in cut. So, yeah, future me cut real quick. But that is a real, so name 1 should be a Massachusetts zip code. Yeah, no, it's a real number. It's in Weymouth, surprisingly enough, and their voicemail has been updated for the whole COVID-19 thing, so that's real. So this is a real thing as well. But this is where it gets big. So like I said, the middle pages are real. The front and back pages are not. That's really important, because I said in the first video of this series, oh god, please load. Why are you not loading? I know you can load. It's fucking hilarious that you wouldn't load. Why not? There it goes. Okay, so here we have the whole, fake thing. Mary Lancaster wasn't real. The Lancaster Repeating Arms Company doesn't exist. The Winchester Repeating Arms Company does exist in real life. Sarah Winchester exists in real life. Her father's real name, or first name, was William. That's fine. Maybe line 223 of fucking Dante's Purgatory will tell us something. I don't know. But the point being, this is where it gets really interesting. Because, well, everything here is a light fabrication based off of the Winchester Mansion, which is a real place. This is a real picture of the Winchester House, or the Winchester Manor, Winchester Mansion, whatever you want to call it. But that is a real picture of the Winchester House, made by Sarah Winchester, who died at 83, I think, instead of 96, so maybe 96 means something. And the Winchester Repeating Arms Company does exist. This is where it gets interesting. If we look at the very last paragraph, Mary Lancaster died with no direct descendants. Ogilvy, Thorne and White, the law firm that represents her interests, stated that they have begun a search of her extended family tree to determine who will inherit Lancaster Manor and the family fortune. That's not a real law firm. I thought maybe it was, but I decided to Google it. First time in 4 years, I know. I'm kind of stupid. But I decided to Google it, and what I got was this. Which is where the problem happens. Because Ogilvy, Thorne and Sharp is a real fake law firm. If you go down, they have what they practice. You can click on them. I'm not sure if you can actually click on them. I guess you can. But you'll notice that it says Forest City, which is where the big problem comes. If we continue to look, they have the ability to email them and send them a message. And it even says, if I go to profiles, we have this guy, David Myers. Whether or not that's a real person, that could be a stock photo, I don't know. But they have, as part of their trustee, the Lancaster Trust, which is a name that we saw in the newspaper. This is why it becomes a big problem. Because of this. And real quick, we're just going to continue looking, little quick reads to see if anybody has anything else related to this puzzle, potentially. A lot of people went to Yale. Lancaster Museum Board. Yeah, no, it's just that. So this is where the problem arises, because we can contact them. And I thought about contacting them. And we could call that phone number. But I want the opinion of you guys, because of why this is problematic. What I own isn't Bones of Angels, like I said in the first video. This is the pre-release version of Bones of Angels. It's based in Cambridge, Massachusetts, because I assume I'm from Boston. The problem is, the Mystery Experience Company, the group that made this puzzle and all the other puzzles, have a centralized hub area in their lore where the majority of their puzzles happen. And that's Forest City. Which means Ogilvy, Thorne, and Sharp could be part of the real Bones of Angels, the official release, and I wouldn't know because I don't own that version. I own the pre-release, where it talks about them being part of the Lancaster Society, that they're the law firm for Lancaster and everything, in the Cambridge Gazette, not the Forest City Gazette or anything. So the question I have for you guys is, do I contact them? Do I email them? Like, do I send them a normal message? Do I send them a phone call? And what do I, like, how do I word it? Because I could type Bones of Angels as the subject, but while I want to keep this very professional and in-game and be like, hi, I read about you in this newspaper and stuff, I don't know what newspaper came with the official release, if a newspaper came with the official release. So in the message, do I want to break the meta and go, hey, I'm messaging you because I found your name in this 4-year-old puzzle I have for a pre-release version of Bones of Angels, and I'm stuck. You know, do I keep this in the world of the game, or do I break the meta? Because while I want to keep the meta going, the fact of the matter is, it's been 4 years, and they might not remember the answers to a pre-release version unless they get a kick in the butt that says, hey, remember that you had a pre-release version of this puzzle too? So I don't know what to do here, which is why I wanted to ask you guys. So while I do this real quick, I'm also gonna real quick, because I'm crazy, look up line 72 of fucking Dante's Purgatory real quick. As he who gives his life for it must know. Yeah, I don't think that means anything. Would page 72 mean anything? Yeah, I'm drawing at straws here, but you already knew. That's the Aladdin page. Excellent. But that's where I wanted to leave you guys, is that I did some more research and stuff, and we found out, 1, the line's Dante's Purgatory, 2, that it might relate to the newspaper in the year it was founded, which means 1821 might actually be the clue, because it's 100 years back. And if I look at line 18, I'm now curious, just real quick. That would be, that had afflicted both my sight and breast. I'm going to say that means nothing as well, but I don't know. So, what do you guys think? Do I message them? I'm going to assume the answer is yes, but how do I message them? How should I word this? What should I say? And if one of you guys actually types out like a full message, I'll just copy and paste it, and I will actively send it and be like, hey, you guys helped part of the puzzle and stuff, which is the whole point of this. So please comment first and foremost. And if you liked what you saw, hit the like button, press subscribe. I am Let's Play Princess. I really need your help, because this is where I am now, is finding out that this is a real fake law firm, and not knowing where to go with it. So, I'll see you all next time with some type of update. I hope. Peace and love to you all.